Welcome back, guys, to MLB. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys very much for joining. We are in MLB Road to the Show, part 29. I did end the last episode. We ended the Chicago Cubs series. We lost the third and final game. I did grind these two games off screen, but I felt like I should make the final game of the regular season part of the episode, and unfortunately we are pitching in this one, the final game of the regular season before we start the playoffs. The last episode we did actually clinch the NL East finally. It took forever, but we did finally clinch. So let's hop right in and have some fun and finish off the regular season on a winning note.
Chris Carter, a promising prospect, just about ready to go. He brings a combination of talent, dedication, and heart to every game. It's the New York Mets. One down. Next to hit, Chris Carter coming off.
All right, 0-0, nobody on, one out. Sandy Alcantara is on the mound, and let's see if we can. Oh, I'm gonna go three. Definitely go three. We should be able to make it here. Yep, we did. Awesome.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position, and now it's Mark Vientos. Runners breaking for the plate. That one ripped left field. Back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Run scores easily, and it's...
Wow, that was actually kind of crazy. We were able to... I wanted to steal home. Had to get back and then re-tag up again. All right, looks like we're starting off on the mound with a boss challenge against Otto Lopez. Honestly, never heard of this guy. I feel like a lot of these teams were just calling people up at the end of the season, but whatever. We're just going to try to strike the batter out. Nothing too crazy.
And there's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Swings through that.
0-2.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Bang, bang at first. Great hustle to beat that one out. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive.
Wow, it actually hit us. Surprised he didn't end up injured. I want to see if I actually got him there. Ooh, that was really close. I don't quite know. Oh, I can't tell from that angle either.
Now here's the Marlins DH.
All right, we got another boss challenge. Let's try for another strikeout.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Two of the game's best rookies matching up right here, and you've watched these two all season long, but to see them go head-to-head, so fun. Hopefully we'll be watching this for many years to come.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And a pitch. Goes down looking.
Struck him out in 3 pitches. That's what I like to see.
For the Marlins, Giants, Xavier Edwards. Collected 3-hit runner on the go. There's a ball. Saved at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Looks like they tried to answer back on that run they gave up in the top of the first by being aggressive on the base paths. I like that, especially early in this ball game. Be aggressive while you can and see if it leads to some type of big inning.
And he handles it himself for the out. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. There's a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count. Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Vientos whips it to first.
All right, well, we had a scoreless inning. It was unfortunate that they got a guy on. A ball that was hit right back to the mound and hit me in the foot. But we are up 1-0 in the bottom of the second.
And there's a strike on the outside corner. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball, still 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking, foul ball.
Okay, definitely not pitching that one again. Catch that. Yep, it did hang up long enough for my fielder to get to it. This is the last game of the regular season, guys. We will be starting the playoffs. I still don't know who I'm facing in the first round yet. The Dodgers actually clinched the best record. However, we were personally tied with the Cardinals for the second best record in NL. So we'll have to wait until after this ball game here to actually be able to figure out who we're facing. I do know the Phillies were going for the wild card, and there was a couple other teams that were in the mix as well.
Strike on the inside corner.
I think the Cubs, the Braves were in the thick of things. They were a couple games back, though, so I don't think that they were going to make it in. But we will find out after this one.
In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
The good thing is I'm pitching the last game of the regular season, so I'm probably not going to pitch in the... Oh, jeez. Come on, rob that. Oh, there we go. The good thing is that we're probably not going to pitch in the first round of the playoffs, maybe game 4 or 5 if it makes it that far. Not quite sure.
That one ripped right center field. Going back.
He's not going to get to that. Oh wow, he did. That's a heck of a center fielder out there. That ball was actually literally hit to the wall. All right, we're still at 1-0, bottom of the third. Victor Mesa is on the mound. Pitch a curveball down and away.
Next offering is
he barely got to that. All right, now I'm going to pitch a fastball up and in on him. There we go. 3-pitch strikeout.
And he's registered 3
There we go.
Ks in this one. Here's the
Keep it moving.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Next offering is fouled back.
Ball 1. Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. So the lineup flips over. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Check swing called strike. That's strike 1.
Look out. That one went right into the dugout.
Ripped to
There we
short,
go.
snagged on a bounce.
Lindor, good job.
Marlin taking a look at some notable Rookie of the Year candidates this season.
Griffin Conine.
In there at the knees.
You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches.
Looks like we were able to get another run, so we were up 2-0. With me on the mound, that should be enough to win this ball game unless my bullpen blows it, because I'll probably end up, I don't know, I'm at 39 pitches right now. I'll probably go about 7 innings. That's usually the normal.
They just keep eating right out of your hand.
Spoils a 2-strike
So
pitch,
we'll see how far the manager lets us go in this ball game.
High fly ball out towards right center field.
Because you never know.
Makes the catch for the out.
Last time I pitched, it was the home finale, and I got to the 7th with 2 outs, and I gave up 2 runs and couldn't finish the 7th. So you never know with these ball games, and that's going to be their second hit. He actually got solid contact on that. That's unfortunate. It's okay. Just try to lock in here and get through this inning.
He's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced, so I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
It would be nice for a double play. Ah, crap. You know what? That was my fault.
Just a beautiful play.
That was 100% my fault. I realized too late that it went to the first baseman. I should have been covering first on that. That was 100% my fault.
And that's strike 1. Fought off foul.
Barring something crazy here, I'm assuming we're going to win this ball game.
2 outs.
I don't care who we face in the first round. I'm assuming that we're going to have home field advantage. There we go. We're able to get out of it. I'm assuming we're going to have home field advantage for at least the first round, depending on what the Cardinals do, because the Cardinals, we were tied. Today's stats: 5 innings pitched, 4, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, hits 3. I've given up 2, no walks apiece, and 5 strikeouts to 2. Wow, this is crazy. Well, I should get credit for 5 after this inning. But their starter is doing just as good, so. But we are still winning, so. Ooh, I got the benefit of the doubt right there.
I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's locked in.
Go back to the dugout, loser.
He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more.
But anyway, like I was saying, I don't care who we face in the first round. Depending on what the Cardinals do, we'll probably have home field advantage. Obviously, the Dodgers have the best record. They have like 102 or 103 wins. So if we make it to the NLCS, we'll have to play, in LA.
Bases empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5.
So we'll see how far we can make it.
Swing at a high fly ball.
And that should be caught. Yep.
Taylor
There we
makes
go.
the grab.
All right.
Two-way down.
2 down.
So digging in, Victor Mesa Jr. struck out swinging his first time. This one popped up.
But of course, the playoffs being like a second season,
Mauricio makes the grab, and that is that. And the Marlins down
division that was the most
trail
crazy
2-0.
at the end of the last episode was the AL Central. So I believe Minnesota and Cleveland were actually tied for first going into this last game of the season. So that should still get the job done. 3-0. Yep. There was a guy, he must have hit a triple or something, but there was a guy on third base with nobody else, so he definitely hit a triple. Alright, looks like we got dynamic challenges. Bottom of the 6th, we are up 3-0 against Derek Hill. End the inning without allowing a run. Let's do this one. 2 or more strikeouts. It's going to be kind of hard, but we should be able to get this.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Nimmo going back on it, just missed it. Almost
wow. Okay. Well, that is a little bit too close for comfort right there. All right.
There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
2 outs, base is empty. And now here's the Marlins DH, Griffin Conine. Swings through that one.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
On the ground to third.
Well, I won't get the dynamic challenge, but at least, you know, we'll end the inning there. On to the 7th, I believe. Yes, the 7th. We're doing all right. We're at 64 pitches, so as long as things don't break down here, we should be okay. And man, this is exactly what happened in my home finale. The first guy got a double, and then I got 2 outs, and then 2 runs scored. I gotta lock in here and make sure that doesn't happen again.
There's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Alright, let's see what we can do here.
This is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
That one missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
On the ground to third. Toss to Alonso.
Yeah, with the ball going to third, there's no way that runner could advance, so that was a good job there.
Out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Nimmo makes the play, and there are 2 down.
Up next,
Agustin Ramirez digs in now.
Ramirez.
Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher.
I want it. Give it. Thank you.
Grab, and that is that.
I was able to avoid what happened on my home finale, where I literally gave up 2 runs with 2 outs. So we were able to get out of it there. Top of the 8th, 1 on, 1 out. We are still up 3-0. Seth Martinez is on the mound.
Team after being claimed off waivers. That one ripped. And it bangs off the foul pole.
Banged off the foul pole. That's like the first time I've ever done that.
Second homer this series. It's 5-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Bottom of the 8th. And now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley. Late on that fastball.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Carter still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Mesa into box again, takes a strike.
I think the manager is going to let me pitch until I give up another hit, and then he's probably going to pull me. Oh man, that was borderline there. That could have been called a strike.
On the ground to third.
There we go. That should be 2 outs.
That's 2 up, 2 down. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Swing and a miss.
Although I agree with the announcers somewhat, I disagree with them as well because this is the last game of the regular season. You want to save those bullpen arms. And I'm probably not going to pitch in the first round unless it goes, you know, all 5 or 7 games. I might pitch game 4 or 5 or whatever, but that will be about it. Man, this umpire, he must be tired because he is missing a lot of calls. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get him swinging at something there. Yes.
Down on strikes, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the ball.
Alright, well, it looks like I'm being pulled in the 8th. Nunez is going to try to finish it off. Or the 9th, rather. Alright, looks like we were able to do it. I finished the season 15-0.
MLB averaged 3 20-game winners per season.
I had 2 for 3, a home run, a triple, 3 RBIs, 2 runs, 8 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned runs. That's good to see. 9 Ks, no walks. I went 8 for 13 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. I have 25 career RBIs against the Marlins. So that was pretty cool. Alright guys, that is it for the regular season. In a second here, we should find out who we're playing in the first round. I think it's really dumb that you can't skip that, because it's my life goal to hear a bunch of coins dropping for an entire minute. Alright guys, these are the final standings here. Let's actually go back to, let's go to the actual league here. Hold on 1 second. Alright, these are the actual standings. So it looks like the Phillies were able to clinch a playoff berth. We won the NL East 97-65. In the National League Central, the Cardinals were able to win at 96 wins. That's good to see because we will have home field advantage at least through the first round because we have the second best record. The Cubs looks like they were able to clinch National League West. Wow. Diamondbacks won 90 games and they did not make it in. That's crazy. Dodgers ended up with the best overall record at 105 wins. American League East, actually, that's good that we had more wins than the Yankees, even though we're obviously in a different conference. But the Yankees won the AL East. It looks like the Rays were able to also clinch a playoff berth with 84 wins. And the AL Central looks like the Cleveland Guardians clinched the AL Central due to a tiebreaker. Wow. Alright, but the Twins also clinched a wild card, and then the Mariners won the AL West, and the Rangers clinched as well. So there you have it, guys. Let's go back and let's go ahead and sim through the date here. Alright, notice, congratulations, the Mets have finished the season 97-65 and won their division. You will now be taking on the winner of the wild card playoff game. And who will that be? To be determined. Alright. Sim through the date here. Looks like... let's go this. Do we know yet? Nope. Alright, let's just... yeah, let's just go to next appearance, and we will be taking on the St. Louis Cardinals in the first round. They have Kodai Senga. We have Kodai Senga on the mound. They have Steven Matz. Let's hop right in, guys.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the New York Mets. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Game one is always critical in a postseason series.
All right, welcome to the MLB playoffs in Chris Newton's rookie season and the National League Division Series. We are taking on the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
You can feel the energy in this building. They are fired up for game one. Back with that after this. About to get started here. And on the mound today, Kodai Senga. How about a report on him, Chris?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches.
All right, bottom of the first, nobody on, nobody out.
He's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Actually, there was one guy on first and nobody out. Looks like we flew out to start our postseason career. All right, we are up 2-0. Bottom of the third, it looks like. Let's try to get our first postseason hit.
Back to work. Rips that one center field. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start.
Wow, it literally looked like he was going to catch that until the very last possible second. Not quite sure what happened there, but at least we were able to get in. Now the manager wants us to...
Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Safe at second. And
all right, we were able to also get our first postseason steal. And I'm going to take off again. Why not?
Doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to...
Now a long throw home. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way.
Actually, I did not take off running. I didn't hit the button in time, but we were able to still get in just barely. I mean, I think we would have been, yeah, we would have been safe either way, but the ball ended up getting out of the catcher's glove. All right, top of the fourth, 4-0. Lars Nootbaar is at the plate. Looks like it's coming to us.
Line drive, that's a base hit into right field.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. That's a good sound coming off the bat.
All right, bottom of the fourth. It is now 4-2. Quinn Matthews is on the mound. I'm not. Is that fair? And that, I don't know how the heck that stayed fair. How in the world did that stay fair? I mean, that literally wrapped around the pole. I've never seen that before. Anyway, it's 7-2 now, top of the 6th. We are in a really good position to win game 1. All right.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome. It seems like within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every bat.
He's already homered in this game.
Tink Hence is on the mound. That's a heck of a baseball player name. Oh, that... I swung really early on that. Like, very, very early. Because it was... It looked like either a slider or a curveball.
It's truly special. So a man in first. And now it's Ivan Herrera. A rope into right, and that's a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals were definitely watching tape there.
Chris Carter. He went deep back in the 4th.
Several of the past episodes, they have the runner has tried to go for 3rd, and I nailed them. Cardinals don't want no part of that arm. Oh wow! Bottom of the 7th. It is now 7-5.
Absolutely belted.
Grand slam, grand slam. Let's go.
Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 11-5. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. So a great job here of staying within himself. You know that if you get a knock, you're going to drive in a couple. So stay focused on that.
All right, 12-5 is top of the 9th. Sean Reed Foley is on the mound for us. Mason Wynn.
Swing and a pop-up. Alonso. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets.
All right, we were able to take game 1.
It's pretty early in this series to say
I mean, 12-5 is a heck of a good start, though. That's awesome. I went 3 for 5 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Not a bad way to start the postseason. I mean, the game was close until I hit that grand slam. If I wouldn't have hit that grand slam, who knows what would have happened. Okay, it actually looks like it's making us go back to the clubhouse after game 1, which I don't understand that at all, but... Well, I've never seen this pop up before. It's a survey. We'll go somewhat satisfied. Why not? Alright. Let's actually go back and see what else is going on in the, around the league here. Is there some kind of... Let's check out the awards, because we never did that. Okay, so for the regular season, it looks like Kyle Tucker won the most valuable player over Shohei Ohtani. That's okay. It's a little weird, but it's alright. Cy Young, I did win the Cy Young Award. I went 15-0, 1.02 ERA, 168 strikeouts. I did not have, obviously, a full season because I was called up very kind of just before the All-Star break. Second place was Roki Sasaki at 17-4, and then Tyler Glasnow, so 2 Dodgers. But I won that. The batting title, Nathaniel Lowe won it. I did not qualify for some of these, some of the categories because I was called up so late. But reliever of the year, Razel Iglesias won, and then Ryan Halsley and Matt Strahm. Rookie of the year, I did win Rookie of the Year, so I got my second award. 652 average, 131 home runs, 256 RBIs. We won't talk about it. Hank Aaron Award, Kyle Tucker won it. Gold Glove, Nestor Cortez. Okay. Catcher, first base, second base. They don't do it for pitchers, do they? I didn't think so. Silver Slugger, I did win a Silver Slugger for designated hitter, so that's pretty cool. Right field, Kyle Tucker got it. I misplayed a few balls, so we won't talk about that either. Outfield. Alright, well there you have, there's awards. I won 2 of them, that's not bad. It doesn't look like we can take a look at the postseason. I mean, it's unfortunate that they can't let us take a look at the postseason thing here. Maybe under team. No. That's unfortunate because it literally, we can't even look at the brackets or anything. So we literally don't know who we're gonna play until the series is over. So, I mean, that's kind of unfortunate. But alright guys, we were able to win game 1. That's going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, peace out.